Marley was dead to begin with. Marley was dead, cold and pale. To begin with, Marley was dead. Marley was as dead as a doornail.
This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful will come of the story you're about to hear.
Scrooge knew that he was dead, of course, but he had no time for tears.
Scrooge knew that he was dead, of course. They were partners for years. Marley's name stayed on the office door, though we all knew that Marley was no more. Scrooge and Marley, Scrooge and Marley, above the office door.
And business is business, and it must be done. Families to feed, food on the shelf. Ebenezer Scrooge bravely carried on, though he labored for no one but himself.
Business is business, and it must be done. Business is business, and it must be done. Business is business, and it must be done. When is enough enough? When will he stop collecting?
Good day, Mr. Scrooge. I'm afraid I don't have your rent this month. The holidays.
If I can't have my rent, Mr. Tenor, I must have something.
I don't have anything of value, Mr. Scrooge.
Your door.
My door?
The door will cover your payment.
But it's my front door, Mr. Scrooge.
You have no need of it, Tanner. You stand in the open doorway most of the day as it is. I'm merely removing an obstruction to your activity.
It's winter, Mr. Scrooge.
A little fresh air never hurt anyone.
When is enough enough? When will he stop collecting?
Oh, but here's a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner.
Enough!
Once upon a time, of all the good days of the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house, counting. It was cold, bleak, biting weather.
Mr. Scrooge, sir, it seems my fire has gone out.
Pardon me, Mr. Cratchit? You said you wished to discuss the ending of your employment with me?
No, sir, I was just getting back to work.
Good. Work is good. Burning expensive coal is not.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge, sir.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Ah, humbug!
Oh, Christmas a humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. What reason do you have to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right have you to be so gloomy? You're rich enough.
Bah, humbug!
Oh, don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in a world of such fools as this? Merry Christmas. Out upon Merry Christmas. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes around with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle?
Nephew, keep Christmas in your way, and I'll keep it in mine.
Keep it? But you don't keep it.
Leave it alone, then. Much good as it's ever done you.
There are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I have not profited. Christmas among the rest. I have always thought of Christmas time as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time, and I say, God bless it. A smile on the street and a kindness known, the way that you greet and the goodwill shown. A nick on the wall marks a fondness grown. The voice down the hall means you're not alone. a solitary snowflake melting on my chin. And I'm happier and richer than I've ever been. It's a good time, a lovely time, a fun time for all of us. It's done me good, will do me good. So I say God bless Christmas. I say God bless Christmas.
Humbug!
Oh, Uncle, you've said that before. A bug that hums. I hope it's a happy tune.
Very funny, sir. Like you said, a humming bug.
Let me hear another sound from you, and you'll be keeping Christmas unemployed.
It's a good time, a lovely time, a fun time for all of us. It's done me good, will do me good. So I say God bless Christmas. I say God bless Christmas.
There's another fool. Small salary and a wife and a family talking about a Merry Christmas. Humbug!
Oh, don't be angry, Uncle. Please, dine with us tomorrow.
I'll not dine with you tomorrow or any day.
But why? Why?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Ha! That's as ridiculous as Christmas. Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I am sorry to find you so resolute, but I have made the trial in honor of Christmas, and I will keep my joy to the last. So, Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas, sir.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ladies, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sir.
We are looking for Mr. Scrooge.
Well, miss,
Or Mr. Marley.
Oh, miss, he...
Are you Mr. Scrooge?
Or Mr. Marley.
Oh, no, I'm afraid...
Maybe he is Mr. Scrooge. Or Mr. Marley? Mr. Marley?
Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Marley.
Mr. Marley has been dead for 7 years. He died 7 years ago, this very night.
We have no doubt his generosity is well represented by his surviving partner.
At this festive time of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at the holiday season. Many thousands are in want of common necessities. Hundreds of thousands are in want of everyday common comforts, sir.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the poorhouses, are they still in operation?
Very busy, sir.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear it.
Under the impression that prisons and poorhouses scarcely furnish Christian cheer of mind and body, a few of us are trying to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. We choose this time because it is a time, above all others, when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices. What shall I put down as your contribution, sir?
Nothing.
You wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the prisons and the poorhouses, and that costs enough. And those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there. Many would rather die.
Then they had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Besides, I don't know anything about them.
But you might care to know them.
It's not my business. Good afternoon.
Come, Gwendolyn.
Ladies, I'm so sorry. Here, please take this. It's very little, but...
Thank you, sir. You're very kind.
Pardon, Mum.
Begging your pardon.
Good afternoon, me fine gentlemen, and a lovely afternoon it is for a nice bit of holiday cheer.
It is one of our favourite carols. We hope you enjoy it enough to see fit to be generous with your appreciation. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Saviour was born on Christmas Day.
Ah! You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
Well, Christmas Day, sir. If it's quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to stop a half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used. And yet, you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
It is only once a year.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ the Savior.
Scrooge lived in chambers that had once belonged to his deceased melancholy partner. They were gloomy rooms in a building up a dank, dark courtyard. It was old enough, dreary enough, for nobody lived in it but Scrooge.
A face in my door? Marley? Bah!
To say that Scrooge was not startled by Marley's face coming out of the door would be untrue. Who wouldn't be? But Scrooge was not one to be frightened by echoes and shadows. Through his dark house he went, not caring a button for that. He ate his meager supper with only the light and comfort of a stingy fire. Darkness is cheap, and Scrooge liked it.
Bah! Humbug. This humbug still, I won't believe it. Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Jacob?
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
Why do you doubt your senses?
I doubt my senses because little things affect them. A slight stomachache makes them cheats. You may be an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of an underdone potato. There's more gravy than grave about you, whatever you are.
Gravy?
You see this toothpick?
I do.
Well, I have but to swallow this, and for the rest of my days be persecuted by a legion of goblins, all of my own creation. Humbug, I say, humbug!
Not!
I have always been a firm believer in ask me no questions, and I'll tell you no lies. I do! I must! But why do spirits walk the earth, and why do they come to me?
Ask me who I am again. Ask me where I've been during all these long, long years. Ask me how I stand at hand. Ask me while you can. Ask me why you quake with fear. Is Molly standing here in chains, way down with this dreadful pains? Can you believe your eyes? Ask me, and I'll tell you no lies. Ask me who's my friend at the end. Ask me where they send a man's cold earthly remains. Ask me, did I care if you dare? Ask me if you'll share all my latest richly gains.
Jacob, I was always your friend.
There were two things I could count on with you, Ebenezer. We'd make money, and you'd try to take it all.
Jacob!
Let me ask you a question, Ebenezer.
Ask me no questions, and I'll tell you no. All right.
What did you do today to better mankind? Did you give anyone a helping hand? Did you say a kind word? Did you bring a breath of fresh air into someone's life?
Well, in a manner of speaking.
Whom do you call friend, Ebenezer? Who will hold your hand in the end?
I have always thought of you as my friend.
Me? I'm dead, and mine would be a cold hand indeed to hold in those last moments. Besides, I never really liked you later in life, Ebenezer. Is Molly standing here in chains, way down with this dreadful pains? Can you believe your eyes? Ask me, and I'll tell you no lies. I am here to warn you, Ebenezer, that you have yet a chance and a hope of escaping my fate.
You were always kind to me, Jacob.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls 1. Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate. Look to see me no more, and look that you remember what has passed between us.
Bah, humbug. The first spirit is supposed to visit at the stroke of a quarter past, half past, a quarter to it, the hour itself and nothing to it. Who and what are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
Your past.
What is your business with me, spirit?
Your well-being.
Ha! My well-being would be better served by a good night's sleep.
Your reclamation, then. You've been lost, Ebenezer. Do you know this day, Ebenezer Scrooge?
I do. It's my first day at boarding school. I didn't know if I would ever go home again.
Hello there. Welcome to Willington Academy. I'm Jacob Marley.
Hello, I'm Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ebenezer Scrooge? Nice name.
Your first friend?
Marley. My first and only true friend, though I'm starting to question that now. Being so far from home wasn't as bad when Jacob was around. Every year at the holidays, he invited me to go home and visit his family.
And every year you said no.
Hanukkah. Never mind. My whole family's coming to get me. Mother, father, uncles, aunts. We get to ride on a sled to the train. I'm sure there's room. I can show you my whistle collection.
I can't. My father may come to get me this year.
All right, but come with me to meet them. They're all very nice. Except my sister Belle. Watch your shins. Ebenezer Scrooge, my sister Isabel.
How do you do, Isabel? I'm Ebenezer Scrooge. Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
She likes you.
She likes me?
I told you to watch your shins.
Well, Christmas break again.
Hanukkah break?
I suppose there's no reason to ask if you'd spend the holidays with us.
Maybe this year, my father. No.
What do you do here all alone, Ebenezer?
I walk, I read. I'm not always alone. I have tons of friends. Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. They're not as funny as you, or as pretty, but...
Why, thank you, I am pretty.
Come with us, Ebenezer.
Come with us. Mother has promised we would even decorate a tree just for you.
I pity the poor tree. It never hurt anyone. Now look at it. Foolishness.
No tree then, Ebenezer. Please don't spend the holiday alone. Come with us. I'd really like you to.
Yes, I will. I'd really like that.
Ebenezer!
Fan? Little Fan!
Dear brother, I've come to bring you home.
Home, Little Fan?
Yes, home, for good and all home, forever and ever. Father has sent me in a coach to bring you home. You're never to come back here. First, we're to be together all the Christmas long and have the merriest time in the world.
Always a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
So she had. She
also had, I think, children?
One child.
Yes, true, your nephew Fred.
Yes.
And did you see your sweet friends Jacob and Isabel again?
Belle. And you know I did, Spirit.
Yes, I do, don't I?
Hilly ho! No more work tonight. Christmas Eve. Ebenezer, Hanukkah. Young Marley, let's have the shutters up, floors clean, before a man can say Jack Robinson.
Hilly ho, boys! Hilly ho! Our esteemed employer has invited half the district, including every beggar he can lay his hands on.
Old Fezziwig, he'll never learn, and he'll never be the worse for it.
Is it so easy to make silly folks so full of gratitude? Fezziwig has spent but a few pounds of normal money. Is that enough that he deserves such praise?
It isn't that. It isn't the money. He had the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our work light or heavy, a pleasure or his power lies in his words and his looks. The happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
What is it, Scrooge?
I should like to be able to say a word or two to Bob Cratchit.
Too late for that. Always too late. Come, my time grows short. Quickly.
It matters little, Ebenezer. To you, very little. Another love has replaced me, and if it can cheer and comfort you in time to come, I have no right to be sad.
Belle, what love has replaced you?
A love of money.
Isn't this the way of the world? Hates poverty, condemns wealth. Never enough and then too much.
You fear the world too much. I've seen your noble passions disappear one by one, until one passion, wealth, engrosses you. Have I not?
What then? Even if I have grown so much wiser, what then? I have not changed towards you.
Our marriage contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so, until, in good time, we can improve our life with patient work. You are changed. When it was made, you are a different man.
Belle, I was a boy.
Your own feelings show you are not the same. I am. I can release you from our contract.
Have I ever wanted release?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
In a change in nature, in everything that made my love of any value in your sight. If this arrangement had never been between us, tell me, would you seek me out, try to win me now?
You think so little of me.
I would gladly think otherwise if I could, heaven knows. Can I really believe that you would choose a poor, penniless girl to be your wife, even one who's been your friend for so long? May you be happy in the life you have chosen, Ebenezer Scrooge. I hope it's enough. I know you said you hadn't changed, at least to me. That this happened seemed rather strange, at least to me. You made your choice, Ebenezer. You made your choice very clear. I heard your voice, Ebenezer, and what I heard is what I feared, Ebenezer. Time did what it's supposed to do. I know that's true. Did what it's expected to, and so did you. You made your choice, Ebenezer. You made your choice very clear. I heard your voice, Ebenezer, and what I heard is what I feared, Ebenezer. Caring more is a change. More is a change. It seems time has arranged some changes. You made your choice, Ebenezer. You made your choice very clear. I heard your voice, Ebenezer, and what I heard is what I feared, Ebenezer.
Spirit, enough. Show me no more of the past. Please, no more. I can see no more.
I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You have never seen the like of me before.
Never.
Have you never walked with my older brothers and sisters in all these passing years?
I'm afraid I have not. Do you have many brothers and sisters, Spirit?
More than 1,800.
A tremendous family to provide for, Spirit. Spirit, take me where you will. Last night I learnt a lesson which is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me...
Ring this bell. Oh, come on, put some life into it. If you have something sweet that you're saving, something to eat, something sweet to say, this is the day to pass it on. If you have something nice that you're saving, let's be concise, something nice to say. This is the day to pass it on. It's not too late, don't hesitate. A passing glance and a second chance, a helping hand as often as you can, so just pass it on. If you have something kind you've been saving for just the right time, something kind to say, this is the day to pass it on. It's not too late, don't hesitate. A passing glance and a second chance, a helping hand as often as you can, so just pass it on. What you say and what you do has a way of reflecting on you. What will they remember? A cold day in December. Someone kind and someone good who did more than they should and passed it on. If you have something good you've been saving, much as you could, something good to give, to really live, you pass it on. As often as you can, just pass it on.
outside the baker's, Mama.
Has to be our goose, Mama.
It smelled scrumptious with sage.
And onion.
All right. What is keeping your father and Tiny Tim?
Merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
Hello, my little family.
And who have you brought home with you tonight, Robert?
May I introduce Dancing Jack and Little Jill? They're in show business. I invited them to share our Christmas dinner. I hope you approve.
Evening, Mum. We'd be happy to sing for our supper.
Even for a bit of bread?
Nonsense. You'll share all the supper we have to offer, and then we'll all sing.
Come on, Tim. Come hear the pudding singing in the copper.
Yes, please.
How did little Tim behave, Robert?
As good as gold and better. Somehow he gets thoughtful sitting by himself so much. He told me that he hoped people saw him in church because he was a cripple and it might be pleasant to them to remember upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see. He's growing so much stronger every day, isn't he, Emily?
Mother, Father, the pudding is singing. The pudding is singing.
Ha! I hope it's a pleasant tune.
Very pleasant.
How was church, Tim?
We said many prayers. Afterwards, some boys threw snow at us, but Papa decided I'd better watch my strength, so I didn't throw any back.
That's probably for the best.
But Papa did.
Robert, at your age?
They started it.
Here's the goose.
Dear Lord, upon this day above all others, we thank you for the great blessings you grace us with each day. Good food, warm home, a loving family, and our new friends. Amen.
Amen.
A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Spirit, tell me, will Tiny Tim live?
I see an empty seed in the chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future.
No, kind spirit. Say he will be spared.
If he dies, what then? If he's like to die, he'd better do it and decrease the surplus population. If you'll be a man of the heart, will you decide what man shall live and die? It may be in heaven's eyes that you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions, like this poor man's child.
Mr. Scrooge, I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
Ha! The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I'd hope he had a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, when we drink the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you, poor fella.
My dear, our guests, Christmas Day.
I'll drink his health for your sake, not for his. Long life to him, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year, Mr. Scrooge.
Ain't he the bloke who tried to kill us?
How about a song, Tim?
Yes, a song.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge.
5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
He said Christmas was a humbug, as I live, and he believed it too.
More shame for him, Fred.
Well, Amanda, my dear, Uncle Scrooge is a comical old fellow, that's the truth, and not so pleasant as he could be. However, his behavior carries enough of a punishment, and I have nothing to say against him.
Well, I have no patience with him.
She never met me.
Oh, I have. My mother adored him and never said an ill word. I mean to give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not. My mother loved him, and so I love him, and I think I shook him yesterday. He rails at the holidays, shaking his fist at Christmas. Why he's mad, it's tough to say, and very hard to admit this. He's my uncle, a comical fellow, it's true. He's my uncle, I don't know what else to do. but love him.
He hates that you married me, calling you a silly fool. He may not know, he may not see, he's being very cruel.
He's my uncle, a comical fellow, it's true. He's my uncle, I don't know what else to do but love him. I'm sorry for him, I can't help it. Who suffers but him, not I. I'm not angry at him, I can't help it. I'll see him next year and try. But I think I shook him. He's my uncle, a comical fellow, it's true. He's my uncle, I don't know what else to do but love him.
But love him.
But love him.
Are spirits' lives so short?
My life upon earth is brief, very brief indeed. It ends tonight at midnight.
Tonight? Spirit, are they your children?
They are man's. They cling to me, appealing from their fathers. This boy is ignorant, this girl is wont. Beware them both, but especially beware this boy, for on his brow doom is written, unless the writing be erased.
But why? Have they no refuge, no resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
You are the ghost of Christmas yet to come, ghost of the future. I fear you more than any specter I have seen. But I know your promise is to do me good, and as I hope to live to be another man from what I was, I am prepared to bear your company and do it with a thankful heart. Lead on, Spirit.
Let me alone to be the first, let the laundress alone to be the second, and the undertaker's girl alone to be the third. Look here, old Joe, here's a chance, us all met here without meaning it.
You couldn't have met in a better place. We're all suitable to our calling. We're well matched.
You're wise beyond your years, old Joe.
Ain't we all?
Why, then don't stand there staring as if you were afraid. We're not about to pick each other's pockets, I suppose. Well, then who's worse for the loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose. If he wanted to keep him after he was dead, the wicked old screw, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he had, he'd had someone to look after him when he died, instead of gasping out his last all alone. Open that bundle, Joe, eh? Let me know the value of it. Peek out. Careful with those blankets now.
Is blankets?
Who else is? He isn't likely to take cold without him, I dare say.
He didn't die of anything catching?
Don't be afraid of that. I ain't so fond of his company that I'd loiter about his body for such things if he did. You may look through that shirt till your eyes ache. It's the best he had. They'd have wasted it if it weren't for me.
Wasted it?
Buried him in it, to be sure. Somebody was fool enough to put it on him, but I took it off again. That's the end of it. He frightened everyone away from him when he was alive to profit us when he was dead.
You live out your short life You maybe even take a wife. Oh, all the sweet dreams that you'll spend. You love her oh so dear. You hold your darling near. She's like to pick your pocket in the end.
You slog out daily toil, like an ox and plows the soil, happy with some shelter and some hay. But it's your job to provide, the rats all run and hide, they know that they could be the main entree.
The sum of a man's life fits in this old sack. The crumbs of a man's life slip right through the cracks. And that is the sum of a man's life. You gasp out your last breath. Your only friend is Mr. Death. He took the only thing of any worth. Your family's on the street, freezing cold, nothing to eat. Soon you'll have the warm embrace of Mother Earth.
They sack up all your stuff, but will it be enough to plant it in a hole in Mega's field? Who will gather near to water with their tears? But what does that wretched ground hope to yield?
The sum of a man's life, right here and on sale. The sum of a man's life, go down easier with L. And that is the sum of a man's life. Maybe we're not right. It pays to be quite light, like feathers in the breeze up through the clouds. The poorer than the best, I'm poorer than the rest. I'll float right in a waving at the crowds.
This one is all way down, well drags him to the ground, but I'm so kind I wave and wish him well. His riches never spent, though he always got me rent. I hope his money comforts him in hell.
The sum of a man's life, here in this old sack. If this is a man's life, I'd like to give it back. The sum of a man's life fits in this old sack. The crumbs of a man's life slip right through the cracks. And that is the sum of a man's life.
Spirit, I see. The case of that unhappy man may be my own. Spirit, if there be any person in this town who feels any sorrow caused by this man's death, show that person to me. Please.
Robert, did you go today?
I did, my dear. It's a lovely spot for our Tim. Oh, I saw Mr. Scrooge's nephew, Fred. A very kind man. I told him of our loss, and he said he was heartily sorry for it. He gave me his card and said if he could be of service to ring him up. Now, it wasn't what he could do for us so much was his kind way that this was quite enough. It really seemed he knew our Tiny Tim and felt with us.
I'm sure he is a kind soul.
You would be sure of it if you met him. I am sure we shall none of us forget Tiny Tim, shall we, Emily?
Never, Robert. Never.
Spirit, oh Spirit, something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. Please, tell me what man that was whom they spoke of. Before I draw nearer to the grave to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or are they the shadows of the things that may be? Can I change what is to happen? Answer me! Is that you, Belle? Belle, I'm here. I'm not there in the cold ground. I'm here, Belle. Please, look at me.
I know you said you hadn't changed, at least to me. That this happened seemed rather strange, at least to me.
I'm that man they spoke of? No! No! Spirit, oh no! Spirit, hear me! I am not the man I will not be that man again. Why show me this if I'm past all hope, good Spirit? I will honor Christmas in my heart and keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive in me. Please tell me I can change the future. Please, Spirit. Please, 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 please. It's day. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. Oh, Jacob, my dear friend, heaven and Christmas time be praised for this. I say it on my knees, Jacob, on my knees. I'm here. The shadows of the things that might have been can be changed. They will. I know they will. I don't know what to do. I'm as light as a feather. I'm as happy as an angel, as merry as a schoolboy. It's all true. It all happened. I don't know what day it is. I don't know how long I was with the spirits. I'm quite a baby. I don't care. I would rather be a baby. Wait, my young friends. What's today?
Today? Why, it's Christmas Day.
Christmas Day? I haven't missed it. Do you know the poultry shop at the corner?
I sure hope we did.
Do you know if they still sold the prize goose that was hanging in the window? The big one.
What? The one as big as me?
Yes, my dears.
It's hanging there now.
Go and buy it.
Go on.
No, I'm in earnest. Go and buy it and bring it to me. Bob won't believe his eyes. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim. What to do? What to do first? I feel like just standing and chuckling. But it feels like I won't be stopping soon, so there's no need to dawdle.
Step outside and greet the perfect day. Step outside and meet the Christmas way. It's easy enough to care, a reason enough to share, a breath of fresh air.
Fred!
Uncle Scrooge? Uncle Scrooge! This is my wife, Amanda. My Uncle Scrooge.
My dear, the merriest of Christmas. I was wondering if I might join you for dinner.
Join us for... Of course, Uncle Scrooge.
Mr. Cratchit, what do you mean by lollygagging this time of the day?
Mr. Scrooge, you gave me the day off, Mr. Scrooge, sir.
The day off? That sounds nothing like me. Does that sound like me to you?
No, sir. Indeed not, sir. It's only once a year, sir. I had plans to make merry, sir.
Make merry? I'm not going to stand for this behavior any longer. And therefore, I'm about to raise your salary. Yes, a Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas, my dear fellow, than I have ever given you. I'll raise your salary and we'll discuss how I can assist your family, especially that little Tiny Tim of yours, and we'll discuss your affairs over a rather large baked goose. Merry Christmas, Bob.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
It was hard to grumble and be grim. It was hard, especially with him. No happier man you'll see. No happier man can be with his little family.
So easy to care, so easy to share, a breath of fresh air, a breath of fresh air.
Be praised, Jacob in heaven, and Christmas time be praised.
I can be as good a man, as good a friend, the kind of man that little Fan would have raised. Jacob in heaven and Christmas time be praised.
Now's the time to gather round your friends. Now's the time a different future ends. It's easy enough to care, a beautiful life to share, a breath of fresh air. So easy to care, so easy to share, a breath of fresh air, a breath of fresh
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the old city knew. And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well. May that be truly said of all of us. And so as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us,